Yeah, Jonathan Sports here. You know, since Saquon's injury, I haven't really talked about it or made a video, and I thought, there's some downtime, and I don't got much to talk about with no games, so I figured I'd make, just as much content for you guys as I could. And I know I've just been seeing a lot of people, bringing up Saquon Barkley about possibly trading, and I've even seen some people trading for like whatever you can get, second, third, fourth, fifth. So I figured I'd make a video on it. So this is what I feel like the New York Giants should do with Saquon Barkley. So it's just, it's really starting to get to me hearing a lot of people say we should trade Barkley. I mean, why? He has such little value right now because of the injuries the last two seasons. I don't get it. Me personally, I'm not trading Saquon for anything short of 2 first-round picks, and no one's offering that at the moment. So maybe get a first round in the next offseason, but no, it's going to be a team picking at the end of the first round. So I mean, what's the sense? Like maybe the Ravens or something throw you a pick. But I've also heard fans saying that. I mean, Gallman is a better running back, and I just think that's absolutely insane. I get why some fans say stuff like that, but I just can't go along with that narrative. I mean, people have been critical of Saquon like not hitting holes quick enough, but to be fair, at the end of last season, Saquon was much better at like not dicking around and slamming runs up the middle for like them tough 4 or 5 yard runs. So listen, what I'm going to say is when you factor in Saquon's catching ability and elusiveness, I mean, there's no comparison to Gallman. I mean, it's not even close. There's maybe 2 or 3 running backs in the entire league that are even close. I mean, maybe Kamara, CMC, the Panthers, maybe running back for the Vikings. What's his name? Dalvin Cook. I don't know. The one part is, I will say this: the one part of Saquon's game that aggravates me is his pass protection. I mean, he's awful. He's awful at it, and he's way too big to be getting bullied the way he does when he's pass protecting. So, I mean, last year I was even calling for him to be taken off the field in certain situations on third down. But he needs to be, like, the closer you get to the red zone, he needs to be out there on third down because there's so much attention in the secondary. That's why Shermer's system was so great in the red zone last year. Because go back and watch the film. Watch the whole 22. Every time Saquon would rip out the background when we're, like, within 5, you'd have 2, 3 linebackers, safeties, corners jumping down at Saquon, and it was opening up shit for everybody else. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is, when Saquon is healthy, and we all know if you're a Giants fan, we all know, everybody knows, he's a top 5 running back at a minimum, in my opinion. But anyways, back to back to what the Giants should do with Saquon, in my opinion, is just bring him back, pick up, he's going to be next year. Will be his 4th year. Pick up his 5th year option, and that gives Saquon 2 years to prove he can stay healthy, right? So if you think you need more time than that, you can always franchise tag him twice. So I mean, Giants have all the leverage with Saquon. If Saquon is healthy, he's going to be productive. Obviously, if he proves he can stay on the field, I mean, if you do decide to trade him, the trade value is going to be there. So, in my opinion, I would give Saquon Barkley every chance to prove himself. I mean, we have a lot invested in him, and he's a natural leader. And the man, like the Maras and the Tishes would love to have him be the face of the franchise. So you don't draft him with the 2nd pick if you don't think he is the face of the franchise, a franchise player. And it's just been very negative from I live in the comment section, so it's been very negative with fans, and I get it. We're disappointed. He didn't look the same last year, really, because he got hurt, and it wasn't until like the last 4 or 5 games till he really started, showing himself the way he is. And the first game in Pittsburgh, they came out with a game plan completely meant to shut down Saquon. And we had 8 people, 8 offensive linemen and tight ends stacked up on the line blocking. And Pittsburgh was bringing 9 into the box. They made it very clear that they were going to, at all times, have one more defender than we have blocker. And, part of the reason I was critical of Jason Garrett is he kept running it. 15 carries. Jason Garrett was just handing it off for 7 yards. So I get why that's really the Chicago game. He comes out and the third run, and he tears his ACL. So it was a horrible showing from what we've seen this year. And last year wasn't great either. And there was so much hype coming from him his rookie year, having the 2,000 all-purpose yards, a bunch of touchdowns. I mean, he was 90% of our offense. Let's not kid ourselves. But no way. I'm not trading. I'm not trading Barkley unless you get 2 first-round picks. I know that sounds crazy, but or at least like a first-round pick in the top 10, and maybe like a third or a fifth or something to go along with it. But anyways, this O line has a bunch of like young guys coming together, and we're starting to see big improvement. At this point, finish off this O line and build this offense around him, for him. Build this offense around Saquon Barkley and watch it go. That's it for me. Like and subscribe. Stay safe.